guys, it's MerseyGirls.
Welcome back to the 4th episode of
BeHeard with MerseyGirls.
Thank you all so much for your beautiful artwork, and thank you for using the hashtag BeHeardMG to send us them. If you would like yours to be featured, then just make sure to use that hashtag and tag us in the pictures so that we can see them, because we have added a few more. So if you would like yours on, be sure to do that.
Once again, we cannot thank you enough for all the support we have received throughout our BeHeard episodes. And we just wanted to say a huge thank you to all the people who have shared your stories. You are so unbelievably brave, and we are really inspired by your courage. And we just wanted to reiterate again that the stories we pick aren't because they are more important, better or worse. And we just want to try and find the most varieties we can within the stories for our topic. So we're sorry if we didn't get around to all of them.
This week we're going to be talking about abusive relationships, and this is such a broad topic that we want to make sure we discuss all kinds of relationships like friendships, romantic relationships and family relationships. So the stories we picked are all very different like that, and we hope that it reaches all of you guys.
So Safe Lives research says just under half of young people who are exposed to domestic violence are being harmed by a family member, which is shocking when you think about it, because it's like your family who you're meant to feel like safe and secure with.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's really sad.
But I just want to quickly say that before we get into the video, although the majority of people affected by abuse in intimate relationships are female, this can affect anyone regardless of gender. So just wanted to quickly say that.
Yeah, I think maybe more girls speak out about it because perhaps boys, if they're in a controlling relationship or abusive, feel emasculated or weak to admit it. So we need to try and like get rid of that like stereotype that you're weak if you are.
Yeah, because although like
struggling.
research shows that it's the majority is female, like that doesn't mean that there's no male getting abused.
Yeah, because they're not speaking out. It could be a lot more than we even imagine.
Yeah.
But just if you are a male and you feel like that, then make sure you do speak out and know that you are heard and that we're here for you if you need it.
Definitely. And we feel that healthy relationships is a really important topic and needs addressing from a really young age. So we feel that children should be taught maybe at school the boundaries within a relationship and how to be treated and what is considered wrong. And because children are very vulnerable and may not know what a healthy relationship is, so that really needs teaching from a young age. Because a fact that I saw was violent kind of behaviour begins within the ages of 12 to 18. So that is young, and that is why we really are feel strongly that it should be addressed from a young age.
Yeah, that's shocking, that fact.
Because I feel like at 12 they might not realise the signs of it either, so that's why they should be educated from a young age.
Yeah. Education is power.
So often we see people feeling they have some kind of control over others. Like some people may say, you can't be friends with that person because I was friends with them first, which is just wrong, because it's like they think they've got some kind of ownership over them, and that could then lead them to be like it to all just get worse in their adult relationships and become more damaging. So we do need to find ways to stop this, because we can't have it getting any worse, because it's already too bad now as it is. So
yeah, people don't realise that just because you're friends with someone doesn't mean that they can't be friends with someone. But then at the same time, that person can't be leaving you out with other friends. So it's like really hard to find the right balance. So
I know personally, I'm not sure about you guys, that I've had like problems like that, like saying you're not inviting me out, so you can't go out and stuff. And I've had people try and control me with what I can wear and what I can do. And I think they do that because they know I'm quite vulnerable and I don't like to say no and I don't like to speak up. Like I hate arguing. So I don't know if they do it because of that, but also I don't get controlled because I know it's wrong, and I tell my mum like they tried to do this. So
because you've been taught like what's right and wrong.
It's definitely happened to me, so you're not alone, and it may have happened to all of you as well. People trying to control you, but just stay strong and know that you have your own life, so you can do what you want.
People can be quite possessive, can't they? Like you're my friend, you can't have other friends, and that is like a sign that the relationship maybe isn't healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
We need to watch out for that.
But we've been deeply saddened by the stories that you've sent in, and we just want to say that none of you deserve to be treated like this, so please speak up and get help, because it's not okay to be treated like that. Last week we tried to add in more stories, but unfortunately we ran out of time, but we still want to try and tell stories of a large variety, so that's what we tried to do this week. So who wants to go first?
I'll go if you want.
Yeah.
Just get my story up.
Yeah.
So this story is about a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, so romantic. And she was 13 at the time, and she thought it was love because she was young. And then one day she noticed that the guy started to act different, and he would avoid her all the time and pressure her into doing things that she didn't feel comfortable doing. So that's control, like, already. And one day she was walking with a group of friends, and he started pushing her violently, and she like tried to stand up and fight back for herself, because at the time that's what was going through her head, was just to make sure that she doesn't get like trampled all over. But then he trapped her, like, and grabbed her hair, smacked her head against the door. Yeah, like proper physical abuse.
Yeah.
And like when he smacked her head against the door, it was of someone's house, so it was like fully in public in front of everyone. And she's ended it by saying this was unhealthy, as she felt trapped within the relationship, and within the relationship she was in, and she was led to get in depression and anxiety, which she still has now because of the situation, and she finds it hard to open up about it. So well done for telling your story.
Yeah. So it started off like controlling, like pressured him to do stuff which people might not realise, but then when it turns into like physical, that's clearly not healthy, so you have to speak up.
Yeah, definitely. You don't deserve to go through any of that. Not even without the physical abuse, just the being forced and pressured to do things. You're better than that. Like you don't need to do anything you don't feel comfortable doing, so just do what makes you happy.
It's good to be like pushed outside of your comfort zone, because that's healthy, but then when it's something that's like silly, like say if you didn't want to wear something and they're forcing you to wear that type of clothing, that's like wrong.
Or even if you do want to wear something and they're saying to you, no, I don't want you to wear that because it's too inappropriate, like if you want to wear that, you can wear that. So
yeah, especially like you said, she was 13.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's like a vulnerable age, especially if you've not had like a romantic relationship before. You may not know what's normal and what is right and healthy. And like I know like experiences where people have said that like they try and cover for their like partner because they're embarrassed to admit it, and they like say, well, no, it's just because he's really passionate, or just because like we're both young. But like you really can't cover for people if you know that what they're doing is wrong. You have to like be honest to yourself.
Yeah, there's no excuses for that behaviour.
Yeah. Okay, so my story was about a friendship, and she said that she had a friend at school who was very popular, and they were best friends, but she got more popular and started doing like dangerous things like drinking and hitchhiking. And basically the popular friend tried to get this girl to like copy those things. She said that eventually like the friendship ended, because not that she didn't like her, but it was just better for them not to be friends. So I think that's really like a clever decision to know that when something's bad, to remove yourself from it. But she said that she was kind of succumbing to peer pressure, and it was just quite like controlling and like influencing her in a negative way. So.
Yeah, especially if they're best friends, like you just want to do everything with your best friend, don't you? And even if you know it's wrong, sometimes it's hard to say no because you just want to make your friend happy as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's good that she didn't like go down to the peer pressure or whatever you say.
Like maybe that's not like physical abuse, but that can be considered mental abuse, and like controlling the peer pressure and trying to get you to do things that aren't right. So you're really strong to like remove yourself from that situation, and that's something that we'd advise for anyone else going through that.
Yeah,
It's not easy, but it's the right thing.
Well done.
Okay, so my story is also about friendship. So she says, I was mentally abused by an internet friend, which was controlling, and she thought because she was through a device, she could say what she wanted and copy everything I did, so I didn't feel original. She was jealous of my dancing too, but I thought if she came to my dance show, she would see how much dance means to me and stop, but instead she tried to make her feel not original again, and she started the exact same dance style as her and danced to the same songs that she did at home. And so she started to feel like really not like unique and like really not like herself, but she wants to let everyone know that you're unique in your own special way, which I thought was like a really nice thing to say as well.
If someone's copying you, you're
that
still
so
your own unique
as well.
self, like they're not you, so
Get why it's annoying, but like maybe they're copying you because they really look up to you, because you might be an amazing person.
Yeah,
so.
but like you said, how they were saying nasty things online.
Yeah.
Like they're too scared to say it, to your face maybe. So you have to. We've kind of spoke a bit about cyberbullying in our bullying video, so you have to maybe report it online so that can be stopped.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like, do you mind?
Yeah.
People sometimes think they can hide behind a screen,
Yeah.
like a smoke shield, but it's not. It's just the same as bullying, whether
Yeah.
it's online
Yeah.
or not.
Yeah, definitely.
So mine's a different type of abuse from everyone's. Again, it's about a stepdad and a daughter. So this girl had a stepdad, and she said that she doesn't think that he really likes her. And every day he was calling her fat and ugly. And then
Really?
and then when she tried to like speak to her dad and tell her like tell him the truth about something, he would just swear and say that she's talking like a load of rubbish and tell her that she's a liar. Which obviously like that might make her feel like silly and like
Yeah.
so obviously,
And that's why people maybe don't speak out, is because they
Yeah.
think they're going to get accused of all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
so you should never like disbelieve anyone. And then the worst thing is that her mum sticks up for her stepdad.
Oh.
So then it's been making her not go to school, so then she's worried about losing her friends. And now her stepdad hasn't been talking to her for ages, and because he's so controlling, he's made her think that it's her fault, which it obviously isn't.
Yeah, and that is sad.
So they like, I think when people control, they do try and make it feel like it's all your fault.
Yeah,
'Cause-
manipulation.
Yeah, like because they seem powerful, so you feel
Yeah.
like, oh, it's my fault, but it probably isn't your fault.
And
Yeah.
I think like the saddest part for me of that was that her mum sticks up for the... Because
Yeah.
obviously like, I know my mum's always said that like me and Julia come first because like you're like their kid.
Yeah.
And
Responsibility.
yeah, and I know like she may love your stepdad and he might be so nice to her, but maybe just try and speak to your mum again and just
Yeah.
explain it, and if she still doesn't, just maybe show her how sad you are, or just know that you can speak to us about it
Yeah.
because we believe you and we just really hope you're
I
okay.
think that one's really hard to get out of as well, because
Yeah.
it's your stepdad. It's not like a friend that you can
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
leave. It's like it's not
Yeah.
really up to your choice.
Do you think maybe if the mum's like sticking up for the stepdad, maybe the mum's being controlled by the
Yeah.
stepdad as well?
Yeah,
So it can
definitely.
Possibly.
maybe happen to everyone, can't it?
Yeah.
There's all these
it's
things
really
we don't
hard.
know.
Maybe like you could speak out to someone at school, a teacher, or we've also put helplines in the description below.
Yeah.
I think like 'cause, like we said before, going home should be like a safe, supportive environment, and if it's
Yeah.
not, then how are you meant to feel? Because I know I come home and I'm so excited to go home because
Yeah.
it makes you feel safe.
So
Yeah.
that's why school needs to be the most supportive thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
But we've said before that we think children should be like more educated about this. But I want to know, why do you guys think that people don't speak up?
It's probably loads of things.
Maybe if it's a family member, like which story was that?
The
Yours?
stepdad.
Yeah. Maybe they feel that if they speak out, then they may be taken into care. Like that
Yeah.
might be a fear.
Definitely, that is scary as
Yeah, because even though like your stepdad's maybe like being abusive to you, you still will love your parents. Like it's
Yeah.
unconditional. So that would be really hard to speak out about someone who you love
Yeah.
deep down.
Yeah, definitely.
I think maybe in all kinds of relationships, but maybe particularly romantic ones, you might be scared to be lonely.
Yeah.
Because if you've got someone that, say you've been together for 4 or 5 years and they're the love of your life, if
Yeah.
they're controlling you, that you'll be scared to be alone again because you've been with them
Yeah,
for so long. And
definitely.
Well, I think from my story, obviously, she was getting called a liar, so maybe people are worried that they're just going to be dismissed and just like told that it's not true, which obviously would make them feel really hurt.
I think
humiliated.
I think also like sometimes your friends tell you that's not a healthy relationship, so when you realise it's not, you're scared they'll be like, I told you so.
Yeah, that's
it's
so true,
embarrassing.
that's
That
so
would be
true.
embarrassing.
But
So we
also,
understand.
how do you guys think that we can help people like to speak out?
I think that maybe schools from a really young age need to like educate them and like tell them what is a healthy relationship, and also teach kids how to like that you don't what's the word?
Condone.
Is that like you don't
Allow.
you don't not possess her,
Oh, control.
like you don't own people, yeah, like you
That's
don't
the word.
you don't own people, so they also need to be taught signs of like unhealthy relationships as
Yeah.
well as
I think that you should do it from like even if it's like 3 from the day you start school, you should always be taught like what's healthy and how to treat other people.
Yeah.
But I also do think like you are influenced by your parents, so a lot of it could come from your mum and dad or
I think
whoever
that's
you
it.
live with.
Yeah. Maybe you might be in fear of the relationship getting worse if you like speak out about it, and they may like be even more abusive. So if there was like an anonymous text or email system at school, then you wouldn't be like called a snitch because no one would know that you've spoke out about it.
That's true.
But the thing about the parent is, if your parent is causing the abuse, then you're not going to be able to like be taught what the like a healthy relationship is by them. So that is even more important why schools enforce like lessons about that, maybe.
Definitely.
I totally forgot what comes next.
Can I also just say,
We can't be
a lot of
doing too
people
much.
look up to
Yeah.
like their mum, so if all they're seeing or their dad is like abusive or anger, like that's how they're gonna think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay to treat
Normal.
other people.
Yeah, definitely. And we cannot begin to imagine what some of you guys are going through, but we want to know that if you don't feel you can speak out to a parent, teacher, friend, if you don't feel comfortable speaking to those people, then we've put helplines in the description below, where you can call and you can get advice and you can just be listened to, really. But yeah, we hope you guys are brave enough to speak out and be heard.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. We really hope this has helped, and we also hope that this is like reaching people who may not realise that they are really affecting other people,
Yeah.
or maybe that it just helps one person know that it's okay to reach out, and we
Yeah.
need to try and stop this so we can all help you. So thank you.
So the topic of our next week's video is going to be mental health, and this is such a wide topic, and there seems to be so many kids and teens suffering from different mental health issues, so we feel like this is something that really definitely needs to be discussed. We'd love to hear your stories, and you can get in touch with us using the hashtag BeHeardMG. So please be brave enough to speak out, and we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, and mental health is such like a big topic, so we might have to split the episode into quite a few parts because we want to make sure that we're able to cover everything.
And make sure to check out our other weekly video called #Challenge MerseyGirls, where we compete in crazy challenges set by you guys in hope of being crowned the ultimate Mersey girl. So that's on Wednesday night, so make sure to check that out.
Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to share and use the hashtag BeHeardMG to stop these issues.
Bye, guys. Keep smiling.
Uh,